ꯂꯨꯁꯤꯌꯟꯒꯤ ꯅꯍꯥꯟ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯄꯥꯔꯠ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯁꯤ ꯄꯥꯔꯠ 4 ꯀꯣ ꯅꯍꯥꯟ ꯄꯥꯔꯠ 3 ꯐꯥꯎ ꯇꯧꯈ꯭ꯔꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯍꯧꯔꯁꯤ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛ ꯏꯝꯄꯦꯛ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁ ꯔꯨꯜ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛ ꯏꯝꯄꯦꯛ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁ ꯔꯨꯜꯅ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛ ꯏꯝꯄꯦꯛꯇ ꯀꯌꯥꯝ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯁꯣꯛꯍꯜꯂꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨ ꯌꯦꯡꯁꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯁꯦꯡꯕꯗꯤ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯅ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯗꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯠꯄ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯀꯣꯠꯂꯒ ꯂꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯂꯧꯔꯒ ꯆꯠꯈꯤꯗꯣꯏꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯩ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯉꯩ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗ 27% ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛꯁ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯕꯅꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯔꯦꯠꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁ ꯆꯠꯈ꯭ꯔ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ 3%ꯒ ꯍꯟꯊꯔꯛꯇꯣꯏꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛꯇ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯊꯤꯅ ꯁꯣꯛꯇꯣꯏꯅꯦꯕ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯦ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯅ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁ ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯩ ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯕꯁꯨ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯩꯕꯨꯗꯤ ꯇꯧꯕꯨꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯃꯥꯡꯖꯕꯁꯨ ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯕꯁꯨ ꯂꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯅꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯁꯤꯀꯣ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛ ꯏꯝꯄꯦꯛ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁ ꯔꯨꯜ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯅ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯗ ꯔꯨꯜ ꯇꯧꯔꯝꯕꯗꯒꯤ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛ ꯏꯝꯄꯦꯛꯁꯦ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯨ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯁꯤ ꯂꯨꯁꯤꯌꯟꯒꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯁꯤꯔꯤꯁꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯄꯥꯔꯠ ꯚꯤꯗꯤꯑꯣ 1, 2, 3 ꯂꯣꯏꯅ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯦꯂꯤꯁꯇ ꯂꯩꯔꯕꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯟꯅ ꯌꯦꯡꯕꯁꯨ ꯌꯦꯡꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯔꯕꯗꯤ ꯀꯃꯦꯟ ꯂꯥꯏꯛ ꯁꯞꯄꯣꯔꯠ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯔꯝꯃꯨꯀꯣ ꯐꯔꯦ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛ ꯏꯝꯄꯦꯛ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁ ꯔꯨꯜ 3 stages of British colonialism British colonialismꯒꯤꯁꯦ stage 3 ꯂꯩꯌꯦꯕ ꯀꯔꯤꯕ 3 stages of British colonialism ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯀꯤ ꯀꯣꯂꯣꯅꯤꯌꯦꯂꯤꯖꯝꯁꯦ stage 3 ꯂꯩꯌꯦꯕꯀꯣ the first phase ꯀꯔꯤ ꯀꯧꯏ mercantile phase ꯀꯧꯏꯀꯣ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕ phase mercantile phase ꯀꯧꯏ 1757ꯗꯩꯅ 1813 ꯐꯥꯎꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯛꯁꯤꯅꯦꯕ first phase करी कौवा mercantile phase कौवा 1715 देना 1813 होगी मरक से East India Company used its political power East India Company में political power सीनियर में वो to monopolize trade and dictate terms to traders of Bengal की traders सिंधु मुकोई मकुत थाना भी दाम तो East India Company ना monopolize है अम हक्तंग monopoly सीनियर में वो माई मकादा पुलब थाना भी दाम तो The imposition of inflated prices of goods to buccaneering capitalism aduga potsingche asigi pricing inflation torme man wang hingalami capitalism gi type to onthongna baidam to ko whereby wealth flowed out of barrel in British treasures kan aduna maram moiraga masigi British ki lalon toriyo myosing marki lanthum am paisilami manchangche Revenue of Bengal were used to finance exports to England. Already Bengal की फंगपा revenue सिंगसिना पैसा सिंगसिना पोचै लेरगा England रुन थातो खिरमे को पोचै लेरगा काय थातो खिरमे Bengal दा Revenues of Bengal were used to finance exports to England हासिको आदि मोइना इंडिया दा गोल्ड अमसुंग सिल्वर पुसिला मने बादो हजिक बेंगल को रुम चनगिबदि पुसिलाक्त्रे को गोल्ड अमसुंग सिल्वर से Bengal revenue learn the second phase of industrial phase in 1813 and 1858 India was exploited as a market of British goods. India se exploit market among British goods. British ki pochai market among exploit of India se the egg of 1813 a lot or one way trader for British one way trade a lot or egg of 1813 regulating egg of 1813 As a result, Indian market flooded with cheap machine made imports. Cheap by the home British Britain machine made import Indian market Pusila Mepco. Indian trader lost foreign as well as home market. Indian missing a city, Indian trader sing a city, foreign the market from the Yum the Supangre, Yum the Nagano, home British key machines are possessing a liner. Although India possessing Mapalam the Putopadana highly tax mathakta impose tausinbirabne tax wang lowirabne mapalnasu market fangre Indians were forced to export raw materials and import finished goods the Indians sing forced to export raw materials in India the raw material no putokrani aduga loiraba dang finished oiraba goods singodo machine made semlaba hong goods singoduna कनोगे अहोंग ब्रिटिश की सिंग इंडिया योनसिलने सुमायना दुम तौबीरमेबा heavy import duty on Indian product ado Indian product sing asina England da pu matamda achoba awang paisa se lobirane ko to discourage them in the market machine mora India ki pojai sing asin market ta discourage to bi doine ko market ta discourage to birane mathangda asina second phase of mercantilism ni third phase amu yengasing ꯊꯔꯠ ꯐꯦꯁ ꯐꯥꯏꯅꯥꯟꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯐꯦꯁꯀ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ 1860ꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯟꯋꯥꯔꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯤꯄꯣꯏ ꯃꯨꯆꯤꯟꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯔꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯐꯥꯏꯅꯥꯟꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯐꯦꯁꯁꯦ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯁꯤ. ꯗ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁ ꯀꯟꯁꯣꯂꯤꯗꯦꯇꯦꯠ ꯗꯤꯌꯔ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯁꯟ ꯏꯟ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ. ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯅ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯗ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯁꯟ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯀꯟꯁꯣꯂꯤꯗꯦꯇꯦꯠ ꯇꯧꯔꯝꯃꯦ, ꯇꯥꯁꯤꯜꯂꯝꯃꯦꯕꯀꯣ. ꯑꯦꯟ ꯃꯦꯠ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ ꯑꯦ ꯃꯥꯔꯀꯦꯠ ꯐꯣꯔ ꯃꯦꯅꯨꯐꯦꯛꯆꯔꯔ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯁꯄ꯭ꯂꯥꯏꯌꯔ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯐꯨꯗ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯐ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯔꯣ ꯃꯦꯇꯤꯔꯤꯌꯦꯜ. ꯗ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁ ꯀꯟꯁꯣꯂꯤꯗꯦꯇꯦꯠ ꯗꯤꯌꯔ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯁꯟ ꯏꯟ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ. ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯅ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯗ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯁꯟ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯇꯥꯁꯤꯜꯂꯝꯃꯦ. ꯑꯦꯟ ꯃꯦꯠ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ ꯑꯦ ꯃꯥꯔꯀꯦꯠ ꯐꯣꯔ ꯃꯦꯅꯨꯐꯦꯛꯆꯔꯔ. ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯁꯦ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯆꯩ ꯁꯨꯡꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯔꯀꯦꯠ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯍꯜꯂꯝꯃꯤ. ꯑꯦꯟ ꯁꯄ꯭ꯂꯥꯏꯌꯔ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯐꯨꯗ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯐ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯔꯣ ꯃꯦꯇꯤꯔꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯑꯣꯟꯊꯣꯛꯂꯝꯃꯦꯕꯀꯣ. ꯏꯟꯇ꯭ꯔꯣꯗꯛꯁꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯔꯦꯜꯋꯦ ꯏꯟ 1853. 1853ꯗ ꯔꯦꯜꯋꯦ ꯍꯧꯗꯣꯔꯛꯄ, ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯄꯣꯁꯠ ꯇꯦꯂꯦꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯐ ꯏꯟ 1853ꯗ ꯕꯦꯡꯀꯤꯡ ꯁꯤꯁꯇꯦꯝ ꯍꯧꯗꯣꯛꯂꯝꯃꯤ. ꯃꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯆꯩ ꯍꯣꯟꯗꯣꯛ ꯍꯣꯟꯖꯤꯟ ꯇꯧꯕꯗ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯔꯦ. ꯀꯅꯥꯁꯦ? ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯦꯟꯒꯤꯀꯣ. ꯄꯣꯠ ꯆꯩ ꯔꯣ ꯃꯦꯇꯤꯔꯤꯌꯦꯜꯁꯤꯡ ꯂꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯣꯜꯂꯒ ꯄꯨꯈ꯭ꯔꯅꯤ, ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯍꯣꯡꯕ ꯃꯣꯏꯔꯣꯝꯗꯤ ꯄꯨꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯌꯣꯜꯂꯅꯤ. ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯃꯆꯥꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯗꯇ ꯁꯤꯊꯔꯅꯤꯀꯣ. ꯍꯦꯚꯤ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁ ꯏꯟꯚꯦꯁꯃꯦꯟ ꯏꯟ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯕꯔꯗꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯄꯕ꯭ꯂꯤꯛ ꯗꯦꯞ ꯏꯟꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯖꯦꯁ. ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯀꯤ ꯏꯟꯚꯦꯁꯃꯦꯟꯒ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯗ ꯍꯦꯚꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯣꯟꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯏꯞꯇ ꯄꯩꯁా ꯆꯥꯎꯅ ꯂꯧꯔꯒ ꯊꯥꯗꯔꯅꯤ. ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯄꯕ꯭ꯂꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯗꯦꯞꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯍꯦꯟꯒꯠꯂꯛꯑꯦ, ꯁꯦꯟ ꯇꯣꯟꯕ ꯈꯣꯠꯄꯁꯦ. ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯏꯟꯗꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯁ ꯀꯦꯝ ꯏꯟꯇꯨ ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯤꯁꯇꯦꯟꯁ. ꯇꯥꯇꯥ ꯑꯥꯏꯔꯟ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯏꯁꯇꯤꯜ ꯏꯟꯗꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯁꯨ 1907ꯗ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ. ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯇꯥꯇꯥ ꯑꯥꯏꯔꯟ ꯏꯁꯇꯤꯜ ꯏꯟꯗꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤ 1907ꯗ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯦꯀꯣ. ꯑꯗꯨ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯋꯦꯜ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯋꯦꯜ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯔꯟ ꯏꯊꯨꯝ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ, ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯟ ꯃꯊꯨꯝ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯂꯣꯏꯅ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯅ ꯄꯨ ꯆꯠꯈꯤꯕ. ꯈꯨꯗꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯊꯥꯎ ꯅꯨꯡ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯐꯪꯉꯦ ꯈꯜꯂꯣ, ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯏꯁꯇꯦꯠꯇ ꯄꯣꯠꯂꯣꯏ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯊꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯈꯜꯂꯣ. ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯋꯦꯜ ꯀꯧꯋꯦꯕꯀꯣ. ꯑꯗꯨ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯋꯦꯜ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯁꯤ. ꯗꯥꯗꯥꯚꯥꯏ ꯅꯧꯔꯣꯖꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯄꯤꯇꯥꯃꯥ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯈꯪꯅꯕ ꯅꯨꯄꯥꯁꯤꯅ ꯁꯥꯏꯇꯦꯠ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯤꯛꯇ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯝꯃꯦꯕꯀꯣ. ꯄꯣꯕꯔꯇꯤ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁ ꯔꯨꯜ ꯏꯟ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ 1867ꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯝꯃꯦꯕꯀꯣ, ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯋꯦꯜꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯁꯦ. ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯁꯤ ꯗꯠꯇ ꯏꯟ ꯍꯤꯁ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛ ꯍꯤꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ. ꯁꯤ ꯗꯠꯇꯅ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛ ꯍꯤꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ 1981ꯗ ꯏꯕꯁꯤꯗ ꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯝ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁ ꯄꯣꯂꯤꯁꯤꯁ ꯐꯣꯔ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯟ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛ ꯄꯣꯂꯤꯁꯤ. ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯗꯥꯗꯥꯚꯥꯏ ꯅꯧꯔꯣꯖꯤꯅꯁꯨ, ꯁꯤ ꯗꯠꯇꯅꯁꯨ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁ ꯄꯣꯂꯤꯁꯤꯁꯦ, ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛ ꯄꯣꯂꯤꯁꯤꯗ ꯁꯣꯛꯍꯟꯕꯒꯤ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯀꯤ ꯄꯣꯂꯤꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯆꯩꯔꯝꯃꯦꯕ, ꯊꯤꯅ ꯆꯩꯔꯝꯃꯦꯕꯀꯣ. ꯗꯥꯗꯥꯚꯥꯏ ꯅꯧꯔꯣꯖꯤ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯁꯤ ꯗꯠꯇꯅ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛ ꯏꯜꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯝ ꯇꯧꯔꯝꯃꯦꯕ. ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯀꯤ ꯄꯣꯂꯤꯁꯤꯅ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛ ꯑꯅꯥꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯍꯜꯂꯤ, ꯐꯤꯕꯝ ꯐꯠꯍꯟꯗꯕꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯋꯦꯜ ꯊꯤꯑꯣꯔꯤ ꯗꯥꯗꯥꯚꯥꯏ ꯅꯧꯔꯣꯖꯤ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯁꯤ ꯗꯠꯇꯅ ꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯝ ꯇꯧꯔꯝꯃꯤ. ꯑꯗꯩꯗꯤ ꯗꯥꯗꯥꯚꯥꯏ ꯅꯧꯔꯣꯖꯤ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯁꯤ ꯗꯠꯇꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ, ꯌꯥꯔꯦꯀꯣ. ꯃꯊꯪꯗ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯋꯦꯜ ꯊꯤꯑꯣꯔꯤ ꯔꯤꯐꯔꯁ ꯇꯨ ꯑꯦ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯁꯟ. ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯋꯦꯜ ꯊꯤꯑꯣꯔꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗ ꯄꯣꯔꯁꯟ ꯑꯃꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯅꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯗꯛ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ which was not available for consumption of its people. ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯋꯦꯜ ꯊꯤꯑꯣꯔꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯁꯟ ꯑꯃꯅꯤ. ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯁꯟ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯗ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯂꯤꯕ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯆꯩ, ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯂꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯩ ꯋꯦꯜ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ, ꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯕ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌా ꯃꯆꯥꯅ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯗꯕꯤꯗ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯂꯝꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯂꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯊꯣꯛꯄꯁꯦ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯊꯤꯑꯣꯔꯤ ꯀꯧꯏ, ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯋꯦꯜ ꯊꯤꯑꯣꯔꯤ ꯀꯧꯏꯀꯣ. ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯋꯦꯜ ꯊꯤꯑꯣꯔꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ, ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯅ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯂꯤꯕ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯆꯩꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯅ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯗꯕꯤꯗ ꯃꯄꯥꯟ ꯂꯝꯗ ꯂꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯈꯤꯕ, ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯅ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯊꯤꯑꯣꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯀꯧꯏ? ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯋꯦꯜ ꯊꯤꯑꯣꯔꯤ ꯀꯧꯏꯀꯣ. ꯀꯟꯁꯇꯤꯇ꯭ꯌꯨꯌꯦꯟꯠ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ. ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯕ ꯀꯟꯁꯇꯤꯇ꯭ꯌꯨꯌꯦꯟꯠ ꯃꯆꯥꯛꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ, ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯕ ꯀꯟꯁꯇꯤꯇ꯭ꯌꯨꯌꯦꯟꯠꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ, ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯇꯣꯔꯁꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯀꯝꯄꯅꯤ ꯁꯔꯚꯦꯟꯠꯁ ꯐꯣꯔ ꯗ ꯐꯣꯔꯆꯨꯟꯁ ꯐ꯭ꯔꯣꯝ ꯔꯨꯂꯔꯁ, ꯖꯃꯤꯟꯗꯥꯔꯁ, ꯃꯥꯔꯆꯦꯟꯠ, ꯀꯃꯟ ꯃꯦꯟ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯁꯦꯟꯗꯤꯡ ꯗꯦꯝ ꯍꯣꯝ. ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯇꯣꯔꯁꯟ ꯕꯥꯏ ꯀꯝꯄꯅꯤ ꯁꯔꯚꯦꯟꯠꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯖꯃꯤꯟꯗꯥꯔꯁ ꯑꯗꯩ ꯃꯥꯔꯆꯦꯟꯠ, ꯀꯃꯟ ꯃꯦꯟꯁꯤꯡꯗꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠꯁꯦ ꯂꯨꯠ ꯇꯧꯔ ꯃꯌꯨꯝꯗ ꯂꯣꯏꯅ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯈꯤꯕ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯀꯤ. ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯄꯔꯆꯦꯖꯤꯡ ꯒꯨꯗꯁ ꯑꯥꯎꯠ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯔꯦꯚꯤꯅ꯭ꯌꯨꯁ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯕꯦꯡꯒꯣꯜ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯄꯣꯔꯇꯤꯡ ꯗꯦꯝ. ꯗꯤꯁ ꯋꯥꯁ ꯀꯣꯜ ꯏꯟꯚꯦꯁꯃꯦꯟꯠ. ꯔꯦꯚꯤꯅ꯭ꯌꯨꯁ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯕꯦꯡꯒꯣꯜꯗꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯆꯩ ꯂꯧꯔꯅꯤ, ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯄꯥꯟ ꯂꯝꯗ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯅꯤ, ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯏꯟꯚꯦꯁꯃꯦꯟꯠ ꯀꯧꯔꯝꯃꯤ ꯃꯗꯨꯕꯨ. ꯑꯗꯩ ꯗ꯭ꯌꯨꯇꯤ ꯐ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯗ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯚꯥꯏꯗꯦꯠ ꯇꯨ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁ ꯒꯦꯞ ꯗꯦꯝ ꯀꯝꯄꯤꯇꯤꯇꯤꯞ ꯏꯗꯖ ꯑꯣꯚꯔ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯟ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯗ. ꯑꯗꯣ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯟꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯆꯩꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯀꯤ ꯃꯥꯔꯀꯦꯠꯇ ꯄꯨꯁꯤꯟꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯍꯦꯚꯤ ꯇꯦꯛꯁ ꯂꯧꯕꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯟꯒꯤ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯗꯔꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯟꯒꯤ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯗꯔꯒ ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯤ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯀꯤ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯗꯔꯒ ꯃꯔꯛꯇ ꯀꯝꯄꯤꯇꯤꯁꯟ ꯑꯃ ꯁꯦꯝꯃꯝꯃꯦꯕꯀꯣ. ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯗ ꯂꯧꯕꯁꯤꯅ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ, ꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯗꯔꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯊꯍꯟꯗꯣꯏꯅꯦꯕ. ꯔꯤꯃꯤꯇꯦꯟꯁ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯁꯦꯂꯔꯤꯁ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯑꯗꯔ ꯏꯟꯀꯝ ꯕꯥꯏ ꯀꯝꯄꯅꯤ ꯑꯣꯐꯤꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯁꯦꯟ ꯇꯨ ꯏꯪꯂꯦꯟ. ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯇꯣꯂꯣꯞꯀꯨꯝꯕ, ꯏꯟꯀꯝꯒꯨꯝꯕ, ꯄꯩꯁꯥ ꯍꯦꯛ ꯐꯪꯕ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛ, ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯗꯒꯤ ꯐꯪꯕ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯃꯛ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯈꯤꯗꯣꯏꯅꯦ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯦꯟꯗ, ꯏꯪꯂꯦꯟꯗꯀꯣ. ꯍꯣꯝ ꯆꯥꯔꯖꯦꯁ or cost of salaries and pensions of company officials in India were paid from Treasury of India. ꯑꯗꯣ ꯀꯝꯄꯅꯤ ꯑꯣꯐꯤꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯕꯦꯡꯒꯣꯜ ꯂꯧꯁꯤꯜꯂꯕ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯀꯝꯄꯅꯤ ꯑꯣꯐꯤꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯇꯣꯂꯣꯞ ꯄꯤꯕ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯦꯟ ꯇꯦꯟ ꯂꯣꯏꯅ ꯈꯣꯔꯁ ꯀꯩꯀꯥꯁꯦ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯔꯦꯚꯦꯅ꯭ꯌꯨꯗꯒꯤ ꯂꯧꯗꯣꯏꯅꯤ ꯍꯦꯐꯇꯤ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯦꯁ ꯋꯦꯔ ꯄꯦꯗ ꯇꯨ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁ ꯏꯟꯚꯦꯁꯇꯔ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯍꯦꯐꯇꯤ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯦꯁ ꯆꯥꯎꯅ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁ ꯏꯟꯚꯦꯁꯇꯔꯗ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯅ ꯊꯤꯌꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯊꯤꯔꯝꯃꯤ ꯌꯥꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯏꯐꯦꯛ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯗꯕ ꯏꯐꯦꯛꯁꯦ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯌꯦꯡꯁꯤ ꯃꯁꯤꯅ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯍꯜꯂꯛꯀꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨ ꯌꯦꯡꯁꯤ ꯏꯐꯦꯛ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯗꯕ ꯀꯣ It stunted the growth of Indian enterprise and checked the retarded capital formation of India. Masina stunted termi growth of Indian enterprise growth toward stunted termi amasung check and retarded the capital formation of India gi kenose India gi paisa chaukhatpada masina thindalami moina paisa ami hola British loi pitok ko tawadi mathangda It finance capitalist development in Britain. Masina maram moiraga India dai pochai paisa nungsa ma'am hondolaga puibasina maram moiraga kitawa British ki capitalist ta chawkharalame paisa da chawkharalame moi British ki keke tawbada chawkhatpada oina purolame ko India was kept as a zone free trade without allowing it develop to everything. Already plantation, mines, jute mills, banking, shipping, export-import concern promoted a system of interlocking capitalist firm managed by foreigners. It trained resource of India. Plantation tauba indigo plantation thanba jute mill thanba the banking tauba shipping tauba singasina paisa ma'am phanglaga railway ke lakshin masina India dagi moina resource ma'am puthok sina maram moiraga India gi resource over drain tauba gi maram musu oyebko land revenue system adu sanagadaba system amusu hodomi asi amaru oibani land revenue system riotary system permanent settlement riotary system adi malhawari system gana yorkini tejinki maru oi exam toinang permanent settlement ji kari ju 𝗪𝗏 sathya su ko bandobas ko permanent settlement je 𝗪𝗏 introduced in Bengal, Bihar, Odisha, Hodolamian districts of Banaras and northern districts of Madras by Lord Cornwallis. Introduced Hodolami, Bengal, Bihar, Odisha, districts of Banaras and northern district of Madras by Lord Cornwallis. Lord Cornwallis 1793 da Hodoki Banebako permanent settlement 𝗪𝗏 sathya je Lord Cornwallis na Hodoki Banebako. Johnson permanent settlement ji kanana plan tawgibno haitari John Shore na plan tawgibane ko permanent settlement ji kanana plan tawgibane ba John Shore na ko John Shore plan the permanent settlement it declares machine latholo permanent settlement zamindars as the owners of land zamindar se kari owners of land ne haina latholo machine battle of pesigi gari siboi meeting mamang ne battle president It declares zamindars as owners of the land. Hence, they could keep machine zamindar bo lamgi mapune la thola me ko hence they could keep one by element of the revenue collected themselves. Makoina revenue si tramo de manung da amadi makoi lona thamba yarami while British court fixed share of 10 by 11 aduga ayamba saruk tara ma thoi manung tara na British na phangame ko while British court a fixed share of 10 by elements of the revenue collected, the zamindars were left free to fix the rents. Aduga zamindars indu mogoi ren ade mogoi paisa leppada fix oilami. Sure of their ownership. Nuhari British tum tarama thoi manung tara da lawdana moina. Lori kana sawning moide. Assure of their ownership asidai supremacy thorbi maram jom su oiraktoine horen. Assured of their ownership, many zamindars stayed in towns, absenteeism and exploited their tenants. Adina maram moira zamindars in amu town na chatkare aduga moigi low uba khopa to thobo yawnaragleba kasi permanent settlement je mathangda riotary system mu yenga sing riotary system je haiba do to malwari system na mo yorokini Riotary system. It was introduced in Bombay, Madras. Masi riotary system kai introduced whenever Bombay amasung Madras in 1820 da. It was introduced in Bombay amasung Madras in 1820 da hodoki banem ko. Thomas Munro, government of Madras na oi aduga Charles recommended it. ꯒꯣꯕꯔꯃꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯃꯗ꯭ꯔꯥꯁ ꯊꯣꯃꯥꯁ ꯃꯨꯟꯔꯣ ꯆꯥꯟꯁꯔꯤꯠꯅ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯔꯤꯀꯃꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯈꯤꯕꯅꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯔꯦꯠ ꯋꯥꯔꯤ ꯁꯤꯁꯇꯦꯝꯁꯦ 1820ꯗ ꯄꯔꯃꯅꯦꯟꯠ ꯁꯦꯇꯜꯃꯦꯟꯠꯅ 1793 in this a direct settlement was made between government and riot ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯀꯜꯇꯤꯚꯦꯇꯔꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯛꯇ direct settlement ꯑꯃ ꯁꯦꯝꯈꯤꯕꯀꯣ in this ꯃꯁꯤꯗ a direct settlement was made between government and riot ꯀꯜꯇꯤꯚꯦꯇꯔꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯛꯇ the revenue was fixed for a peace period revenue fixed tꯧꯈꯤꯕꯅꯦ period amagi not exceeding 30 years 30 चही 30 हेन्नबा period amada fixed tꯧwi on the basis of quality of soil and nature of crop kaida yumpham oiraga quality amasung soil and nature of crop ta yumpham oiraga it was based on scientific grand theory of Ricardo hariba asi kano SSC da hangmani karibo asigi railway system je kaida based on haiduna railway system je kaida based on ba it was based on scientific grand theory of Ricardo hariba railway system je kaida based on the scientific grand theory of Ricardo da based on ko si jamaroi si da hangkhre ba ko mathang da besides this masigi nakanda government beside in addition to the beside to e ho basina besides ni masida in addition to the masida natana ko the government itself became a big zamindar government British government masa maksi oireba kai oireba a big zamindar choba zamindar ama oireba and retain the right to enhance revenue with at will moina revenue se chaukhran ba yai moin loning ba lo ba ya bi mongda while cultivator was left at the mercy of officer adu cultivator singi marai ba kina moi to malwari system khanda thoroli ko asi tawdini adu cultivator lo uraga leiba hingjaba nongmai chara talaga leiba mi singjina moi marai ba sina British officer sing thadok gi mongni yamna thina phatreba British sing ko dangda mahalwari system je mu yengsi mahalwari system ko adu system amna permanent settlement 1793 road colonization to ko matangda kari jiktam railway system 1820 da Thomas Munro nang dokto matangda mahalwari system ko modified version of zamindari settlement modified version amane ko of zamindari settlement gi introduced in Ganges village da valley da northwest frontier province da part of central India among Punjab da mahalwari system se modified version of zamindari ki modified version ni kai da hodokpa settlement introduced in Ganges valley da northwestern frontier province among part of central highlands da hodokpa ko mahalwari system se modified version ne zamindari settlement ki the revenue settlement was to meet revenue settlement same ko by the village met was to made by village or states village natraga states na with landlords in western UP de labor landlords in the western revenue system settlement was to made by village and states with landlords in western UP from the a settlement was made settlement nama sema memko with the village community which maintain a form of common ownership known as 𝗤𝗂𝗀𝗏 or with mahals which were the groups of village aduna haiba mahalwari system ji matungina 𝗤𝗂𝗀𝗏 ko ba mahal sing group ama sema memko western UP ra sing maru oidre sing nam harakke the revenue was periodically revised tomorrow namadi patho revision on the revenue was periodically revised revenue se mahalwari system to in periodically revised or me the colonial impact on land revenue system the colonial impact kai leram ga bri yengi kare colonial impact on land revenue system the colonial impact kari orami kai leram ga bri yengi the land settlements introduced market economy and did matangda the land settlement introduced market economy land settlement sina market economy hodolami and did away with customary rights sing loina hadi hana ga jaramba magi rights sing loina man gi hum tormeba it sharpened social differentiation masina mi amagi marakta leiba sing khena halami the forcible growing of commercial crop led to the peasants to buy grains at high price force oina than base crop sing asina maram moiraga ꯄꯣꯠ ꯆꯩꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯋꯥꯡꯅ ꯋꯥꯡꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯒ ꯌꯣꯟꯕꯅ ꯅꯦꯝꯅ ꯅꯦꯝꯅ ꯃꯃꯟꯗ ꯌꯣꯜꯍꯜꯂꯝꯃꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯃꯁꯤꯅ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯀꯤ ꯁꯦꯇꯜꯃꯦꯟꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯡꯖꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯗ ꯏꯁꯇꯦꯕꯤꯂꯤꯇꯤ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯟ ꯚꯤꯂꯦꯖꯦꯁꯀꯤ ꯏꯁꯇꯦꯕꯤꯂꯤꯇꯤꯁꯦ ꯋꯥꯁ ꯁꯦꯀꯟ ꯅꯤꯒꯂꯝ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯤ ꯏꯁꯇꯦꯕꯜ ꯑꯣꯏꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯕ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯏꯟꯇꯤꯌꯔ ꯁꯦꯠ ꯑꯞ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯔꯨꯔꯦꯜ ꯁꯣꯁꯥꯏꯇꯤ ꯕꯤꯒꯦꯟ ꯇꯨ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯦꯛ ꯑꯞ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯔꯨꯔꯦꯜ ꯁꯣꯁꯥꯏꯇꯤ ꯂꯩꯕꯗꯤ ꯉꯝꯃꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯔꯨꯔꯦꯜ ꯁꯣꯁꯥꯏꯇꯤꯁꯤ ꯃꯥꯡꯊꯔꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯀꯥꯏꯊꯔꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯃꯑꯣꯡ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯃꯦꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯅꯤꯝ ꯄꯥꯝꯕꯤ ꯊꯥꯒꯗꯕꯅꯤ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯒꯣ ꯊꯥꯒꯗꯕꯅꯤ ꯂꯧꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯄꯥꯝꯕꯤ ꯃꯈꯜ ꯗꯥꯏꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯇ ꯇꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯏꯁꯄꯥꯏꯁ ꯃꯈꯜꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯃ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯄꯥꯝꯅꯕꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯅꯝꯐꯨꯗ ꯊꯥꯍꯟꯒꯗꯕꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯁꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯋꯥꯡꯅ ꯋꯥꯡꯅ ꯄꯤꯁꯤꯜꯂꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯌꯣꯟꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯅꯦꯝꯅ ꯅꯦꯝꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯅꯤ ꯃꯃꯜꯁꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒ ꯃꯔꯥꯏ ꯆꯥꯏꯊꯔꯛꯄꯅꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯂꯧꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯑꯋꯥꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯛꯄꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯀꯅꯥꯅꯕꯨ ꯁꯥꯎꯅꯤꯡꯉꯣꯏꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯂꯥꯟꯕꯨ ꯍꯧꯃꯟꯗꯦ ꯍꯧꯕꯨ ꯍꯧꯃꯟꯗꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯦꯀꯣ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯁꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯤꯟꯖꯔꯒꯦ ꯊꯦꯡꯛ ꯌꯨ